Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Creature Corner. My name is Jared Krichevsky. I'm a character and creature concept artist working in the industry today. I'm also a teacher and alumnus of the Gnomon School of Visual Effects, where I teach creature sculpting and modeling and intro to digital sculpting. Those are ZBrush classes. That's what I do. I teach in ZBrush. I teach at Gnomon School of Visual Effects in West Hollywood, California. Anyway, thank you. This is part 9 of our Cenobite sculpt off. This one's been a marathon, and we're gonna waste no time getting into our friend. I'm looking at him right now. It's Matt Millard, our friend Matt Millard. Welcome back, Matt Millard.
Heyo.
Hello, sir.
Okay, Pastalone.
Dude, so, okay, part 9 of our Cenobite sculpt off. I think what we decided to do is we're going to do this and then one more wrap-up episode, just so we can really put a nice cherry on top and feel good about the process. Then we're going to spend the rest of the time doing Halloween-related fun stuff for the rest of the year, because it's spooky time, baby. It's
best time of the year. It's like Christmas.
Yeah, you feel free,
but
you know?
Better. Yeah. You feel free. You find yourself.
You feel alive. You feel it's who you really are.
You can feel the spirit of Halloween.
Anyway, so we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna play a little catch up, and then we're also gonna talk about our special of the month challenge that we're currently doing. Jared, if you were seeing this message, I've been trying to contact you many times. Well, you can contact me. Best place to contact me many times is here. Just DM me. There's our anyway, Cenobites, Cenobite dragons. We're very excited because a little movie called Hellraiser comes out next month.
Oh yeah,
next week. This week,
Friday.
Okay, there we go. All right, so let's follow up.
Let's do it.
Let's follow up. This is where I managed to get a little bit of stuff done in the meantime. So these are the
I forgot about the flayed man.
Flayed man on top, right? Got the flayed guy on top.
It is awesome, dude.
I mean, and if I could, if I really,
it reads like he's controlling him, the flayed Cenobite is controlling the flayed dragon.
I hadn't considered that, but that's super awesome.
Yeah,
it is pretty cool. So yes, I've flayed the man out, and just trying to wrap up things. So this is the part where I'm like, okay, I could go on forever, or I could start cutting things and kind of trimming down ideas. Yeah. So one thing that I did to kind of save time is I'm just going to reuse the same blade that's up here and just kind of populate it down here.
Nice, yeah.
I took that other blade that's in the chin and I mirror and welded it and then jammed those in as well. So it's and I'm also going to cut out these little side wing flaps. As cool as they are, I'm just going to, I have to make decisions at this point to be okay, how much time do I really have left? And it's definitely something that I would want to, I'll keep considering how much time is left. Mm-hmm. But it's time to kind of make decisions and say, well, I want to spend more time doing this, less time doing this. Everything else is coming together, and we're getting real close. Real close.
Yeah, dude, it looks sick. Yeah, he's got the swords in his hands.
Yeah, he's got swords. I mean, that's just quick.
Is he splayed on the horns? That is sweet.
Yeah. So he's in between the horns.
Yeah, dude, he's got to be your. That's crazy. Yeah, he's like controlling it.
Well, and then I also have to pop my other Cenobite in there too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's gonna be the Jambo, man.
Dude, it's looking sick.
Yeah, I mean, like, not excited about posing this at all, but it's I am pretty happy with it so far.
So, what are you thinking for today or tonight? Where are you gonna be?
I think it's just gonna be polishing up little bits of details. I don't know what to do about the wings yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Well, we'll find out. We'll get there.
Cool.
Yeah. But it's just finishing up little details here and there, and then trying to get it into Keyshot. I think pose-wise, I'm not going to go crazy. Mm-hmm. I think it's just going to be pretty vanilla, and maybe I'll just be bending the arms a little bit. The fingers are easy. That's something easy to do. Maybe just a subtle turn of the head.
Yeah, gotta get a turn of the head in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's that'll pretty much be it. And then we're just showing off the body here. Maybe I don't know. We'll take the wings back a little bit.
Yeah.
But no matter what, it's gonna be very painful to pose.
It's gonna be a great time.
It's gonna be a great time. So Matt, why don't you pick us into yours?
Let's do it. The dragon has changed a lot since last time. It's a stick. Okay, here we go.
That's a cool stick.
So I worked on this today for quite a bit, and I went to Scale Town on my body and my legs and everywhere. I went through and added on the skin flaps here. It'd be kind of like the gator belly skin that would really be right here. Check this out. Yeah, so this is I just made some VDMs. Very simple overhanging scales.
Just some cool scale. Make a cool scale.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you were you said you were in Scale Town, and it was very painful. Very painful for you.
But yeah, I've added a bunch of scales. I added a bunch of scales on the arms, or the wings, refined the forms a little bit. Here, let's see. Let's turn that layer on, brother. Let's turn that layer on, brother. It's another thing I do whenever I get into stuff like this. I'm always doing stuff on layers.
Really?
Yeah, those last
for big populating details like that, I can see why you would need them.
Yeah, well, I'll do like different. I can do like small scales and big scales, and then morph paint them in and out off of those. But yeah, did a lot of scale work today. Let's check this out here. I'm thinking about segmenting this costume element right here as well to kind of match the language underneath it. Gosh, what is happening? Hello, sir. Whew, there we go.
Hello, sir.
But yeah, you see what I'm saying? These kind of back straps and this leather right here. Something has happened. Oh, it froze. But yeah, segmented those out. Went to Scale Town, and I also have been making a bunch of different swords. Like I got skulls on pikes. I got different kinds of swords, just little bitty swords. And I'll put them all in an insert mesh brush.
Oh, wow, you made a lot of those.
Yeah, well, I mean,
those are cool.
It's like 15 minutes. You just reuse the same parts and just kind of mush them around, And they're all decently low res. I'll probably just
yeah, but you're gonna see them from so far away. There's no need
yeah,
for.
I'll probably decimate them, honestly, just to make it a little more feasible. But yeah, I think today I've got to finish up scales on the wings here, and I need to figure out a costume element right here. I'm thinking about wrapping some black straps around this arm to connect the leather straps from the wings back here. So that's where we're at.
That's rad, dude. Oh, just great.
Dude, thank you, man.
Oh, scales really popping off. Makes me wonder if I should also do scales as well.
I mean, it makes it full dragon.
It makes it full dragon. I mean, so much of my space though is already like taken up by cut skin. And I always kind of pictured it as like soft, kind of like fleshy, almost salamander. Like
yeah, like a smooth, kind of slick.
Like
surface.
Maybe just kind of like wormy.
It's gross.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
But if you have suggestions for what you'd like to see on Creature Corner for our holiday wrap up, let us know. Talk to us.
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe and fart and poop.
Fart and poop, Your Honor.
Fart and poop, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, we're going into quad mode.
We're going into quad.
We're going into quad mode. And, yeah, buddy. Excited for this new Hellraiser movie coming out. And,
it's going to be dope.
It's going to be dope, man. Looks great.
Welcome, yeah, I haven't watched the other trailer. I probably won't.
No, I watched it a couple times, and that was it. I'm not like deep diving frame by frame.
You watched the new trailer? I think there's a new
trailer.
There's a new one that came out like today, maybe.
Oh, really? I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I think it's out in a week, and then marketing just what they do is they try to get you. They spoil more and more of it, trying to get people excited.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when it's actually best to like tune out. Now, for me, I don't really care about spoilers for the most part. It doesn't like affect my experience. But I get how people, are very like, I don't want to know a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want anything to be spoiled.
I mean, don't give me like big details or things like that.
Jared, you're gonna spoil it.
I'm gonna spoil it? I would never.
You are spoiling it.
Am I spoiling it right now?
In this moment.
In this moment? It's a spoiler.
I'm sorry, dude. Okay. Dude, I saw Smile, and that movie was tight.
I only heard very good things about it.
Really?
I've only heard very good things.
Yeah, it was... could have gone like 20 minutes shorter, but man, the ending was great. It was a really good payoff there. Super fun. Really awesome.
There's just been a bunch of really good horror movies coming out, and I just have not been able to see any of them.
Sad.
It is sad. It's hard. It's hard to get away.
It's hard to live this life.
It's hard to live the artist life. Your Honor.
Your beautiful baby Honor.
Your baby's a judge. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Your Honor. You're a baby.
Yeah, there it is. He's a bouncing baby lawyer.
He's a bouncing baby. I like it.
It's Baby Judge premiering tonight
On WB. You've never seen babies like this before.
You can't sentence me to goo goo gaga.
Your Honor, no offense, but you're just a baby.
You're just a baby.
You're just a baby boy. Jesus, Your Honor.
Who even gave you a law degree?
Law.
Law degree. Hello, Jared Krichevsky. That's me. Hi, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We are making monsters. That's the plan tonight.
That's what we like to do.
It's what we like to do. It's how we like to party. We get together, make some monsters, talk about scary things. That new Dead Space trailer just popped too.
Oh yeah,
that was dope.
Did you say popped?
Popped. It's like a drop, but it's a pop. It's just like It popped out there. It popped.
So it just popped. It just popped out there.
I
feel it.
Question: I have a model that I'm having problem resizing. Are you available to help me out? Well, are you trying? Here's the question: where are you trying to go with it? Are you trying to get it into Maya? Are you experiencing Dynamesh issues? Generally, as a rule of thumb, I like to keep my character kind of in grid space, in ZBrush grid space, and just keep it, the scale reasonable. You don't want to be like so big that your grid here is like super tiny. Now that may happen depending on like where you bring in your model from. Like if you're bringing it in from Maya, right, the scale might be different. You can go to the Z plugin and go to Scale Master and set scene scale, which is and this is how you would set the scale this way. Generally, centimeters, I think, works best. Now, I have a character, but it does not look like the concept. Looks like way too small, mostly shape, not too features or detail.
It sounds like a sculptural.
Yeah, that sounds sculptural.
Like, just keep going.
Yeah. Like, keep working it. It's every sculpt has an ugly stage where it's just not going to look the way you want.
Yeah, you just got to constantly look at it from different angles, different cameras, different reference, and
take it into Photoshop and flip it and turn it upside down.
Put it on top of your reference.
Mail a JPEG to your aunt or uncle. Yeah, sculptures. The smallest chance I can send it to you. Sure. Go for it. Let me...
But be warned.
Be warned.
Be warned, my son.
I don't know. I don't know what we're warning, but be warned. I'm going to drop my link tree in the chat, and feel free to reach out to wherever. I'm literally available all the time, everywhere.
The man's a psycho, Your Honor.
He says the man's a psychotic.
He's a full-blown psycho, Your Honor.
The man's Phil Hartman, Your Honor. We just love Phil Hartman. It's just all going to be Phil Hartman. Anyway, Matt, what are you doing right now?
Man, I'm just giving him some blue sleeves.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I was wanting to give him a couple of extra black bands around around his arms here, connecting to the back of this leather, like what I was. That's what we're all wondering.
We're all thinking about it.
And we want to know, is it real? Is it possible? Can he do it?
Can he do it?
Can you do it, Rebecca?
Rebecca. Let me see. I want to put some straps on.
I want to put straps.
I realized I did not have enough straps.
You need more
That's
straps.
one thing that your guy has a lot of. He's got a lot of straps.
I've got straps.
You've got straps, and I don't have straps.
The boy needs straps.
I was thinking I need to put some straps on. Straps and wraps, you know?
Straps and wraps, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Straps and barps.
I need more reps. That's what Jonathan on Ninja Turtles, the director, used to say to us. He's I need them all to have more reps on them. I need more reps. We're like, okay.
Feels good.
Feels good, yeah. Reps and strips. Now it just sounds like Technical TV.
Yeah, what's that character?
Korg.
Yeah.
Korg.
Corgan. Billy Corgan B. Anthony.
Well, I've watched that. You know, my kid loves Thor right now, so we're watching that a lot.
Yeah, the new one.
The new one.
Yeah.
You know, the new one.
I recall you not being the hugest fan.
What's that?
You didn't like it that much.
He loved it.
You didn't like it that much, right?
No, I thought it was fine.
Oh yeah.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun movie.
I thought it was fun. I mean, like ultimately, it's you know, very, I would say, much more kid oriented. This one. Yeah. Like Ragnarok walked that line, but I think Love and Thunder went really like kiddie, carny. You know, you compare that to even the trailer for Wakanda Forever, which just came out, and that's very serious, like adult espionage kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
So it's a little different, is what I'm saying. You know, tone was just, you know.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate it. I liked it. It was silly.
Yeah, I really don't like Guns N' Roses, so that was a tough one for me.
That was a deal breaker for Matt.
But I did like the movie. I thought it was fun. And those are the rules.
Those are the rules.
It's got to be fun.
It's got to at least be a little bit fun.
It's got to be fun, boys.
I don't know if this is cool and I like it or not.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to take it.
Try it.
You just got to take it there and see.
You just got to take it there.
Just take it there and see what it means.
He's got take it there and sins.
Taken there and sins, Your Honor.
We've been doing this for 45 episodes.
Is this episode 42?
You're in like 45.
Dude, nice.
I know. Crazy.
It feels good.
Feels good, man.
Feels good to be real.
Feels good to be a baby.
A young baby boy.
He's just a baby, your doctor.
Just a child, Your Honor.
You know, if we were doing this show and it was the 1950s, we'd be doing Rod Serling.
Yes.
You know, it'd be like, picture a door. That door
picture
is
a dragon. But that
picture
dragon.
Picture a dragon with flayed flesh. Its whole desire for pain.
Bane.
Pain.
Bane.
Pain.
Bane.
A little bit of pain.
Little bit of pain. We are smarthumanbeings.com.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
This
That
is
tunes
yeah.
in.
This is what the job does to you. Forgive us.
Just not intelligent.
We're just not intelligent people. Oh.
We got here. What do we got? What do we got?
You know, it is what it is.
I've heard that.
And yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I put traps.
The straps.
Well, I was trying to put, what do you think? I don't like it. Nope. Nope.
I mean, maybe, but not horizontal.
Not the way
like
you
that.
did it.
Maybe like diagonal or something.
Like maybe if you did it and it didn't.
Yes, Jared. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Maybe if you were a baby.
You would understand if you were a baby.
If you were just a baby.
Imagine a world where you're a baby.
Imagine a baby.
Imagine one sick. God, we've got to stop.
I don't know.
I feel bad.
This happened. I mean, this happened like on Warp Mondo too.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole episode was just unintelligible.
That's just how we are, guys. It's.
I know, man. I'm sorry. I mean, we could be dropping ZBrush knowledge or something.
Well, I mean, what do you? I mean, we're doing the same thing. We're pushing straps around. ZBrush knowledge. Sometimes you just gotta move points for hours.
Oh, so okay. Here's a real question.
Okay, thank God. Let's do it.
Jared, I'm still having trouble deciding on what I want to focus on to develop my portfolio. I like making environments, making characters for game production, and I like concept sculpting. I love it all. Well, that's awesome. Trouble deciding on what do you want to focus. Well, it sounds like environments is probably the place for you. Like, if you like making a lot of little stuff, then you're going to love environments because environments need stuff to fill up. If you like to focus on a character, then character is probably the place you want to go. You know, there's no hard and fast rule. Every project is just another kind of stepping stone to getting better. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, I think probably the easiest thing to get into, to break in, would be environments.
Yeah, environments, props.
The character departments, the concept departments, those are jobs that, you know, there might be some fortunate people to get them out of the gate, but that's like long-term stuff, right? Like if you want to get in doing something that, you know, you like, and take a lot of time to, you know, hone your character and concept skills, because people that do it are, I mean, they're all kind of locked in, you know, like they're character guys that have been doing it, you know, people that have been doing it forever, and it's almost like mafioso. So it's harder to break into that kind of stuff. Not to say that it can't be done, but that's my 2 cents.
I mean, yeah, it's you know, I think finding smaller studios is also very smart because they need people. They're harder to find, and you have to kind of like hunt for them. But they need people, and so like find a small studio and get your foot in the door, and you know, start working for them while you continue to work on your portfolio outside of work. Yeah, I mean, like what's also cool about environments is like you can sculpt statues, and that's a cool way to get characters into environments.
Mhm.
So like, there's a lot of like space to grow in environments. Character work is you got to be very, very good, and everybody's very, very good.
Yeah,
There,
that's
you
the
know,
thing.
that's the thing is like everybody's very, very good. A lot of people have been doing this, who are very good. They've been doing it for 20 years, uh, you know, or they're young prodigies. There's
Yeah.
just a lot of art out there. Just do the thing that you can picture yourself doing all the time, forever. And because you will be doing that all day, every day, as a job. So make it a job, that you want to do, for sure. I think I was a bit naive. Like I didn't realize how hard it was to get into like creatures and concept and all
Yeah.
that stuff. I was just like, I want to do that. I had no idea what you know, what the world was like, so
Mhm.
I think I was a bit naive. And maybe that was a benefit to my breaking in. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, most importantly, just networking and meeting people, being pleasant to work with. That's
Absolutely. Yeah, and building contacts and clients and that stuff just takes time.
it
A lot
takes a
of time.
long time. It
It
takes a
takes a
long
long
time.
time. Um, and I've been doing this for 12 years and freelancing for 5. So the freelancing years are, it's a slow build up because you're trying to build clients while working and marketing yourself. It's a lot of work.
It
Um,
is tough.
yeah, and then once you have a portfolio, a big chunk of what artists really should be doing is just marketing themselves.
Mhm. Yeah, find
Um,
studios that align aesthetically, like with the stuff you like to do. Like get
um,
your portfolio catered to that.
art, no payment required. Art, thank you. Happy to take a look. Um, okay. Was it just a? Was it just a? You had sorry, art. You had an image you wanted me to look at, or what? I like to everybody's comments. I don't really do commissions. Um, Partially because I'm either doing client work or working on stuff for myself, so I don't really take a lot of commissions. A ZTL file. Can you just send me JPEGs instead? That's always the fastest, easiest way for me to look at something. Yeah, I there are a lot of artists that do commissions. I don't really want to do. I don't really want to take a lot of commissions.
Yeah.
Uh, and partially the realization is being art directed by by people who
Yeah.
aren't paying my full rate.
Hmm.
Like um it's pick your battles kind of thing. um if I'm gonna really go in on a character, which is it's exhausting, or go in on a design process, it's exhausting. So I have to make sure that I'm delivering at a high quality level, and then a lot of times commissions are personal.
Yeah.
You know, young artists who are there are young artists who make a whole living on commissions or Patreon or Ko-fi or all that stuff. Art. What I'm saying is can you do like a snapshot, like a JPEG, So just grab your screen and, just either grab a snapshot. So I'll and snapshot it that way. It's just easier for me to do than to look at a ZTL file. Yeah, so like building clients, that just takes time, and you're always kind of looking for new clients and new avenues, and it was kind of amusing on the freelance process, because a project I was on for a few weeks just got put on hold, and so now I'm like, well, now I'm hunting again, and there are things coming down the line, talking with various clients and people who reach out to me and things like that, and so there are things coming down the line, but now I've got a bunch of free time, and so I'm going to be working on Cenobite Dragon in my free time, keeping myself busy, building my portfolio, because I need to be better about marketing my work. And then also I was thinking a lot about my workflow and like my concept art workflow, and how I need to streamline that process. And then also do some things that are out of my comfort zone. Like I need to do some spaceships and some vehicles and maybe some props or environments, like there's a bunch of stuff that I feel like's missing from my portfolio. So I got to fill in those gaps. But at the meantime, like, this is like fun. This is really fun to work on.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. So we're having a good time. So it is, you're constantly going to be working on your portfolio. You're always going to be just making stuff, because that's just what you are geared to doing. All right, let's take a look. ZPR. You're sending ZPRs, JPEGs. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so hi, Art. So looking at your, I'm assuming this is the concept right here, and I'm assuming this is the concept sculpt, and this is the issue that you're having right here. Basically, the thing that I'm seeing is that you're working too dense. Like it looks like your poly count is really high, and one thing that happens a lot is with beginners is they jump into ZBrush and they start subdividing a lot, and because they're like, sweet, 50 million polys, that's got to be good. Yeah. And so then what happens is it becomes too dense, and it becomes hard to manage the shapes. So lower your poly count, work lower for longer, work really dense less. The top is the final sculpt. Well, this final sculpt looks great. Like, this looks awesome. So I might be a little confused. The bottom one is the length I would like to have on the top one. I think you're gonna have to take them both into the same file and kind of like gauge, because this is the body I have and the block out of the body length. I mean, you're just stretch it out. I'm not sure. Yeah. Matt or I would just say, like, take transpose and just like stretch it out. Just like around. Yeah, just like scoop it around a little bit. Just fudge it.
Flim jam it.
Just a flim jam.
Just a little Quibby Bipkins.
Quibby Bipkins. Just a little bit.
Quibbenston's disease.
Where?
I'm already back.
Yeah.
I'm already back.
He's back.
I'm going crazy.
Thanks, guys. Environments it is. I can make junk for games forever. Plus, I really like making textures in ZBrush and trim sheets, making textures. Yeah, then that's all for you, for sure. Yeah. Like, for me, that, like, I I knew I was a concept artist because I love the idea state, like ideation.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the joy of like coming up with like a 1,000 different ideas for something, that's where I feel like I shine in the process. And what happened?
Ooh, what happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened? That's kind of like the part that I enjoy the most is like, hey, we want to see a bunch of different ideas for a character. And I'm like, sweet. I love options. I love giving options. Because that's for me, that's the big kind of fun part of the process. Now Matt does concept and he does look dev. So Matt loves to dive in like deep into the technicalities, shader networks, problem solving,
Get it looking
shot
good.
design. He'll get into the nitty gritty of production.
It's true.
Now I'll do a character up. I'll UV it and I'll texture it and do all that stuff.
I've seen that happen too. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Many times.
and I enjoy that stuff, but it's also much longer and more tedious to me.
Yeah, you enjoy it until like day 10. Then you're like, okay, I am ready to not. I've been adding adjectives to this damn finger.
Yeah, I know, man, and and that's what production is too. That is the process is just like cutting stuff up and sewing it together, playing connect the dots for weeks at a time. That's what's required.
Yeah, like I've got to be really in love with the project to actually retopo it.
Same here, and that's generally how I feel about it. This is also why a lot of companies outsource topology.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't like doing it either.
Yeah, it's a huge time
Nobody loves doing that. I don't think. I mean, there are artists out there like, woo, yeah, but like, I mean, it takes months at a time.
There are artists out there like, woo, yeah,
woo, yeah.
Can't wait to topo.
Oh, love topo, man. Like, that's part of the tedium, topo and UVs, and partially because those processes haven't had a lot of updates. Like UV mapping is UV mapping. You just have to unwrap your character.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I mean, you basically still just have to UV stuff, and if you do it in like if you do your UVs in ZBrush, like you're gonna have to bring it into Maya anyways, and just fuck.
Yeah, at some point, especially if you want UDIMs, because ZBrush doesn't do UDIMs.
That's true.
So you have to at some point you have to exit ZBrush into another program, and it's kind of like, where do you want to pick your battle? Because Blender doesn't really have great UV support, and Maya's UVs are still.
What do you mean? You can't do
well,
UVs
I mean,
in Blender?
I just hear it's clunky UVing in Blender.
Oh.
I haven't. It's probably changed, and I don't know, but it's still a little bit clunky. And the process of UVing really hasn't changed much, other than some like kind of tools and updates. But
yeah, I mean, it's been the same ever since I started doing it. They've added maybe a couple of like, oh, you can mirror this now, or move in you, or just like
yeah. I mean, I remember being UDIMs in general was a big update. That was really cool. The fact that you could create islands across multiple UV sections, that was new at one point. That was new. Okay. But so yeah, at some point you have to leave ZBrush, and I just decided like I don't want to leave ZBrush.
Yeah.
I want to spend more time sculpting, less time rendering and texturing. That's what I said. And so sculpting was where I wanted to spend most of my time, and because that's where I really find joy in the process. Is just it's relaxing to me, you know. And then it's also challenging enough to keep me engaged, you know, because I'm thinking about form and character and anatomy, and that alone is a big, you know, that's a big chunk of what you're going to learn. If you want to do character art, you're going to learn a lot of anatomy. Or creatures. You're going to learn a lot of anatomy about creatures, too. Maybe get a pickle.
You know, get a single dill pickle.
And just get yourself a pickle.
Come on down. Get yourself a pickle.
Come on down and get yourself a pickle.
Let's make it happen. Get
Listen,
yourself
friends.
a pickle.
Listen, friends. I got a pickle for you.
I got pickle feet, doctor.
You got to pay the pickle fee. He's
Start
just a
popping some
baby.
swords. He's just a human child, Your Honor.
Just tightening up these details, but I think I'm gonna have it ready to render next week, for sure.
That's what we like to hear.
That's what we like to hear. Well, I want, you know, both of us are like, we want to move on.
Oh yeah.
My main workspace is Blender, and I do a lot of their base model, retopo, UV, texture layout. Yeah, it's awesome. I don't know for sure. Have Blender's UVs updated at all? Are they any better? I don't know. I miss. There used to be some cool programs for UVs, and they just died over time.
Like, well, I mean, I've only ever used HEADUS.
Oh, I loved HEADUS. Is that still around?
I don't know. I mean, I guess
I don't even know. HEADUS used to be like the jam, and then I think it got bought by Autodesk. I don't
yeah, and maybe that's where
HEADUS
that's where they
got
Unfold 3D from. I can't remember.
Head of lettuce.
That's a lead of HEADUS.
It's a lead of HEADUS.
He's just a child. You're something's seriously wrong. Okay, I'm gonna start jamming. These swords in. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
That kid's just a head of lettuce. Spike concept. Mold the bases.
Molded by it.
Very simple. Help me mold the bases.
Molded by it.
If you have any good add-ons for it, let me know. What's Rizom? Rizom. Let's look that up. I don't know what that is.
Rizom.
Yeah, I'm really old. Rizom UV unlapping.
Rizom.
Unlapping.
Free advertising on Creature Corner.
Yeah, right.
You know, but this is what it's about, man. It's about learning and, you know, seeing what's out there. They have some cool stuff. Is this a Blender add-on or something? I don't know. What am I looking at? What's happening?
What the hell's going on?
It looks neato. We'll have to look into it. UV toolkit.
Yeah, UV toolkit and
Own
Maya.
application. Well, that's cool. I like applications.
Schmapplications.
Schmarpers. He's got schmarpers.
Schmerpers.
Schmarpers. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
It's getting crazy.
I don't know. We are just two ducks.
Two ducks,
Two ducks
in
and a dentist.
Two ducks and a dentist. Okay, I'll take it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, cool. Yeah, man. He's just two ducks and a dentist.
Is there a way that you can randomize? Like if I have a multi-mesh insert mesh here, is there a way that I can randomize? Can it just
which one comes out?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you can. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Let's go to begin. Okay. In your brush settings. So let me pull up a brush here. Yeah, you go into your brush settings.
And it's like I've done
And
it before.
it's under modifiers, but it's this multi-mesh selector right here. And you turn that up, and then each one is random. So I usually turn it up to 3.
Okay. Can you delete a brush? Can you delete, like, if you wanted to get rid of that ring in your insert, can you delete that?
I don't think you can.
Okay.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
I'm sorry, man.
I don't think you can. That's okay.
Well, I feel like I failed you there.
Oh no, not at all.
But you can convert your IMM brush to Geo, delete that subtool, and then turn it back into a insert multi-mesh brush. So like there's a roundabout way of doing it.
Okay, so you go to brush and you say modifiers.
Brush modifiers.
And then
multi-mesh selector.
And look at that.
Isn't that cool?
It's fun. Now, does it?
Are you making some sort? No, let's see.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Make it big.
Make it big.
Make it big.
Yeah. Look at that. That's fun.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then there's like.
And then lower the depth setting.
Yeah, but I have to do it with every one. Like this. I've got to go in here since it's pulling that alpha. Right?
Delete mesh under brush. So Justice says you can do it. Delete mesh under brush. Where's that?
Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. So under brush, delete mesh, under brush, delete.
Delete mesh. Oh, there you go. Delete one mesh from brush. Holy cow, that works.
That's cool.
He's right.
The man's a genius.
Man is a farmer. Wow, yeah, that works. Cool. Good tip, man. Great tip.
Huge fan.
Don't save that though, because then you'll save over your brush. That's not. What I'm having a hard time right now is lighting in Unreal. After I get all my assets ready for import, they're looking sick, and then they get plugged in and they don't look the same in Unreal. Unreal has its own shader things. That's my technical.
That is technical, absolutely.
Unreal definitely has its own things. So,
well,
there are some Gnomon Workshop videos on it. So that's a plug for Gnomon Workshop. You're welcome.
It is always going to look different.
Yeah, and you just kind of have to look dev it to the engine that you're working in, right?
Yeah, that's how it works, you know.
Yeah, so I wouldn't get married to it, and then you want to kind of look dev it for Unreal.
Yeah, like, you know, it looks cool, but like it looks cool in Mari or in Substance Painter. Yeah, it's always gonna look different in render every time. You got to set your shaders up and your lighting up, because, you know, I mean, lighting,
So
the fidelity of your model. I mean, there's way too many. There's so many things that go into like how your look dev is actually going to look. You know, so it's very easy to get discouraged because you're like, well, I plugged my maps in and it doesn't look the same, and it's like, well, yeah, you know, like you're not rendering in Substance and you're not rendering in Mari. You're just painting texture maps, and they're trying to give you a preview of what it's going to look like, you know, based off of shader look.
Is that why you recommend a kind of a non-destructive approach, so you can just kind of dial in everything bit by bit?
Texture wise?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll block shit in immediately, right? Like I'll get into the texture app, then I'll throw my textures in, and then I can tell immediately, like, oh, okay, I need to change my lighting. I need to, you know, boost my HDR, or get a key light, or get a rim light, something that's going to show the specular reflection. And then I'll immediately dial in some basic shaders, and then know after I go back in to the texturing, it's like, okay, well, now I know the changes I need to make. And if anything, you just set it all up in lighting, right? You can get any of your maps to work in any set of lighting, or in a specific set of lighting.
So I mean, what you just block in your lighting and all that in as just fast as possible.
Yeah. I mean, you know, hit it with the HDRI, get a key light, and then put your textures in and see, like, okay, so this is the most basic like lighting setup I can think of, right? And you're trying to see how your maps are responding to that, and then you have to decide, you know, this is why, like, you make the gray, well, not why, but this is one of the reasons why you get like the reflective ball, the gray ball, and the white ball, is because you can tell if you look at that gray ball and if it's not like blowing out in a diffuse, then you have like a lower lighting. So you might need to boost your lights to get, you know, to get your texture maps to read.
The gray ball knows all.
The gray ball knows all.
I was wondering, is that something that like that Arnold has by default? Like it's an in-camera thing, or you actually just have to set it up with all that?
Yeah, you set it up. I mean, there's, you know, the physical kits are absolutely ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, I mean, and with good reason, right?
But I mean, yeah, for sure. So, you know, you get the value, whatever it is, like 7.4 gray or whatever you want to use, and you'll be able to tell, like, right then on a matte material, you know, what is the intensity of my diffuse lighting, or how reflective is, you know, the material on said object in my scene. Is it too reflective? Is it not reflective enough? And then you look at the chrome ball and it's like, oh, well, I can't see any reflection in the chrome ball. So that's a lighting issue, right?
Sorry, I was cutting a guy up.
He likes it.
Matt, is that skull my skull on the sword? Your little half skull?
Oh man, God, dude, yeah, we need to do that.
Put that in.
Yeah, look, we're gonna have to put that in.
Are we going to render in Keyshot? Yeah, probably. See, now that I have some free time, I need to spend more time rendering in Arnold and more time focusing on my weak points. That's what I like to do. Is I like to work on areas where I'm not the strongest.
Yeah, it makes it funner too, you know.
You feel like you're pushing yourself, you know.
Well, yeah, it gives you something to learn, and you get excited with a new technique, just like a new toy, right?
Hell yeah. New toy, new technique, new thing to kind of dive into. And, you know, the other thing is when it comes up for clients, for doing client work, then you have something in your back pocket when you need it. I had a project where I had to kind of like on the fly learn XGen, and I had never used it before. XGen and Arnold, and I was furiously texting Matt, like, Matt, do you remember that?
Oh yeah. You're like, I need to do hair. I don't like.
No,
Yeah,
I
you had
got
to
like
text
a
her
week
all.
to do hair, man.
Yeah,
How
you
do I
had to
do it?
text her all. Did you do interactive XGen on that?
I did.
Yeah,
And
because I mean, interactive, you can pick that up easy. You're good, man.
And dude, it worked. I mean, like you know, we made it through that, and client was happy. So that's
And
all you
if
can do.
client's happy, I'm happy.
Pretty much. I mean, that's all you can ask for, really.
Honor. Yeah, that is literally all. It's like,
You
man,
know, and
you're
you know.
your.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you know, we're artists, we're our own worst critics, but man, like, especially when it's down to the wire, if you're working on a show or something, it's like, oh my god, dude, like, please just approve it, you know, please just approve this.
Jackie Estacado or Spawn? Who's Jackie Estacado?
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, the Darkness.
Oh, sweet.
The Darkness.
You've done some. You did Spawn for Ready Player One, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a Spawn there. Not my best Spawn, but yeah, it's rad. I love the Darkness.
Yeah, we're getting some Spawn news tomorrow.
Supposedly, that's exciting.
Update on the ridiculous movie, more than likely.
Oh my god, dude! I really want to hold out some hope, but we'll see.
I don't know, like the last thing that I read that he was mentioning about the movie, I was like, ooh, okay.
Well, he was saying that like Spawn's gonna be a ghost or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
And he's like sad, and he's a ghost, and okay.
I was like, yeah, okay. So we'll, you know, for in that case, we'll be like, you know, I'll see it when I believe it. You know.
Yeah. We'll see.
I see it.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see, man. Who knows? He could
I
surprise.
mean, is Jamie Foxx still up to play it?
I don't think he is.
Yeah. He bailed, right? Or something.
Yeah, I think
happened.
he bailed.
I think he Christian bailed.
He Christian bailed on it. Filleted dragon meat.
Filleted mignon. Because he's a man.
Come and get your filet mignon.
Come and get your mignon.
Come, taste this human flesh.
Taste my flesh, my human flesh.
Just taste it. It's a piece of me.
It's a piece of me.
It's a piece of me.
And what a beautiful piece it is, my lord.
All right. So I thought for the check-in, I would show you something cool.
Okay, cool.
Great.
I mean,
Is that okay? Can I do that?
Cool stuff. Yeah.
Can I do that for you?
Yeah. Let me just pop in.
Basically, I've been like trying to get Matt to download Krita for forever. I'm like, Matt.
Oh yeah. Is it Krita or Krita?
I think it's Krita. I don't know. Krita. Anyway, y'all. Matt and I and with my friend Joshua Potter, we are doing a CUPHEAD challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So this is we call it Spooktober. Or I realized too late that I should have called it Cuptober.
Yeah.
I should have called it that. But anyway, basically we're doing 30 days of horror monsters and characters in the style of CUPHEAD. That was the challenge. And so first week was first day is Pinhead. Next day was Cthulhu. And then day 3 was Gozer the Gozerian from Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
And
dude,
then
this one, man.
I felt like I nailed this one, like I nailed the style on this one.
Yeah, that's fun.
And Matt's been joining in, and we can both tell you that this is a very, very hard style to adopt. It is so challenging. And then today's was Christine.
Yeah, and that turned out incredible, dude. Yeah.
I felt like I hit a zone in that.
Yeah,
today.
it's awesome, dude. Looks great.
So there's really Christine, and then her like flaming version as well.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, Indy, go for it, man. Dude, go for it. So that's kind of where we've been. So I'm posting progress on that. And I thought I would show you, Matt, because I'm trying to get you to use Krita.
Okay.
And I want to show why. So come hang out with me on a magical adventure as we learn a new program together.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is Krita. And even if I just go to the default workspace, so workspace, default, I really haven't changed anything. I like to put the I like to put all the brushes and stuff on the left-hand side. Move that down. Back. And of course, like nothing I do is going to work while I'm in the middle of it. But anyway, they got like a bunch of like natural kind of media brushes and pens and things, which I find are really natural. They feel like supernatural. They feel really good, and I love them a lot.
Yeah, you were mentioning how much you.
Yeah. So let me.
How much you liked it?
Where did I? There we go. Hold. There we go. So I'm just picking up the brushes and I put them on the left hand side, just because I like seeing all the brushes and stuff. The other thing you're going to want to do is unlock the tool options, because they have each brush. It's your smoothing settings, so it's like lazy mouse, right? So your tool options are right here. Didn't mean to dock that. Come back. See, it's always when I'm like trying to do stuff.
Dude, I do this on a regular basis.
All the time.
And then I'm like, I don't even know how to undock it, and I'll just close the program and
I'm just gonna go
whatever.
back again and just try again, because this is how it goes, because I'm streaming live. So I like to put the tools on the right hand side, and then the brushes on the left hand side, and that's pretty much it. But what's really cool about it, and now I'll kind of hide everything else just to show you. But what I like is their markers are really nice. Like just the media feels really, really good.
Yeah.
The tool options are also nice because they have like lazy mouse kind of selections here. But their chalks feel really good. The ink brushes are really, really nice. There's a nice kind of like taper that happens.
Yeah, that's what I don't like in Photoshop. Like maybe
Yeah.
I don't have my shit set up right, but everything's just a hard line for
It's
me.
a hard edge. It doesn't, it doesn't really work full right, but there's nice pen pressure here. So it's a really great just drawing program. And then the pen pressure settings feel like really buttery to me.
Nice.
It's like really smooth. Anyway, so I've been using it for like inking and pencils. I'll use like a pencil brush for basic kind of drawing skills and things like that. And then for inking, I like all of their inks, but I've been using the brush for all the CUPHEAD stuff.
Like an ink brush.
Because it's got a little bit of kind of texture to it, but it also tapers really nicely. And then you set up the tool options with like the stabilizer, which is like lazy mouse.
Yeah.
And just like a beautiful, like buttery curve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
great.
really smooth and nice. And I tried drawing my first couple passes on Procreate, and it was just like I had to undo 1,000 times. It was driving me nuts. Right. But with this, I get the line kind of looking really nice right off the bat. Anyway, so now that I've got my line art, let me pull that up somewhere in here. FX. Okay, so I've got my line art, and I want to fill this in with color, right? You know how like just painting stuff in, painting color, and like you have to paint up to the edges, and it's just like a pain in the butt.
Yeah, does it have like a paint bucket?
It has like a paint bucket tool
from MS Paint.
And what you do is it's this little kind of guy right down here. It's just like paintbrush with like a light on it.
Okay.
Or like it looks like a halo or something. But what's really cool about this is you click on it and it engages and it goes kind of blurry like this.
Mm-hmm.
It gets all kind of like blurry. So let's say I want to fill the body in with red, right? So all I have to do is kind of paint in where I want the red, and it smart fills it in. And so you just want to make sure you get all the little islands, and you just kind of tap and kind of figure out where each color is going to go. Okay, so also like down here, and maybe like over here, you can get as specific as you want to or not. But I like to make sure that at least everything is kind of touched a little bit. And you can even paint over the lines too. It's fine. Okay, so boom, right? Then over here, they have this in the tool set options, you hit update. And it's going to render. It's going to think about it. So just give it a little second. And then you turn off edit keystroke. And okay, right now it just filled in everything. So that was it works great. But the problem was it worked really good. So no, right? I'll add another color and we'll say green here. And so I'll draw green for the background. And when I click on this, I'm going to tell it to make the background transparent. So I'm saying, hey, this green color is now a transparent background. All right.
Oh, you had to add another color.
I had to add an additional color.
Got it.
And then let's pick like a dark gray for the windshield,
Okay.
tires, and maybe like a light gray or white color for like the chrome. I'm gonna like totally fall flat on my face on this again.
Yeah, show us. I'm ready to see it
So we
work,
hit-
man.
You go to tool options, you go to update. It's gonna render for a minute. So effective. Thanks.
Hey,
You're
Josh,
doing great.
you nailed it.
See, this is why you come here. So
Okay.
Let's see. That work? It just didn't work at all. That's cool. Just like
Just nailing it.
Let's try it again. I'm a teacher.
I do stuff right.
I teach kids. My God, of course. Of
For
course.
the love of God, Your Honor.
I don't know why it just didn't want to work this time.
Yeah, what's the...
It's so funny because like earlier today I tried it out and I was like, whoa, this is perfect.
You're like,
I'm
wow.
going to show it on the stream. It's going to be amazing. The future is now. I love your support, everybody. Thank you.
Dude, they're enjoying it, yes. Oh, what happened?
There we go. See? That kind of worked.
But what'd you do,
So-
though?
Well, now because we added more colors, but you can see these white spots were locked off. So if I go back to edit keystrokes and I sample the color again and I fill in these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy gets it, this. Whoa, the future's now. Okay. Let's get this guy, Okay. When I'm done, update. It's this show output, I think. That's what I wasn't hitting.
Oh, so it was probably working, but you just...
It was working. I'm just like very dumb.
Smart and human.
There
Smart.
So now you can see it filled all that stuff in, right?
Yeah,
And it's a really
dope.
clean job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then you can just convert this. You convert it to a paint layer, and there you go. And then you can even it's a split, I think. Or is it? There's a split function where you can image split. No, that's not it. You can split this up into colors too, and select each like individual group. Was it select layer? There it is, layer, split layer, and then it creates a group, and it tells you the color. Like I used 90% gray here.
Oh,
So it
that's
actually
cool.
Tells you, yeah, it actually
Yeah. tells
tells you all that stuff, and it creates a group that you can use for alphas here. So you can, so that's pretty handy. It's got some
Yeah,
really cool stuff.
That's cool.
And then there's also some really nice stuff that it does here. So let's say I want to add like a halftone filter or something, maybe to this dark gray stuff. Or you know what? I'll add it to the shadows. So you can add like filters. You go to a filter layer or filter mask, I think. Add filter mask. There you go. So you can add halftone, like dot prints and other.
Oh, really? like
Yeah, it's super cool.
dot matrix stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, like that. That's how I did that in that Creature from the Black Lagoon thing.
Oh yeah.
See if I've got him here. So I've been spending a lot of time in this program now, and it's really, really nice. So I and it's free, so you can't.
It
can't
is
be
free.
right?
It is free.
But that's how I got this halftone in there.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So there's a lot of really like nice features. I'm just now kind of diving into it. The move and kind of like zoom and rotate and all this stuff feels really natural. So all the keyboard shortcuts and all that stuff feel really good. So really enjoying spending time in this. So,
dude, that's awesome. I've been liking the Procreate because I bought that iPad like 3 years ago and I never use it, but now I can, in the mornings I can have coffee and chill on the porch and draw a little bit.
Well, I mean, just being detached from your computer is amazing.
I know, dude. That's
anytime you're like not connected, not handcuffed to it.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Anyway, so that was Krita, man.
Yo, dude, that's pretty crazy.
And it's a fun little program, and I think everybody should use it. And it's free.
That's the big deal, is that it doesn't cost
free. But it's pretty much my go-to drawing program now.
Yeah, I've never liked drawing in Photoshop. That's why I was asking for brushes a while back, but it's like even just sketching in Procreate, I'm like, dude, at least there's like some dynamics to this.
The brushes kind of feel better. The only thing I don't like is how smooth the screen feels. Sometimes you're like, it feels like you're drawing on glass.
Oh, I see what you're saying, like the actual tactile.
Yeah. I feel like there's that I don't have that on the Wacom.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like my iPad. I just wish Krita was on it.
Yeah, that'd be nice if Krita was on it. I'd definitely be picking that. But it's just like I don't want to. If I'm going to draw, like recreationally, I don't want to be up in my studio at my desk.
No, I totally agree.
Or like be watching The Sopranos or something and sit on the couch.
What's nice is like I can sit with the family and draw and not feel like I have them, away from them. But trying to ink those CUPHEAD pieces.
Yeah.
In Procreate, and I know there's some smoothing settings.
Yeah, there are. Dude, I mean, a lot easier. A lot. By a long shot. By a long shot.
By a mile.
By a very long time, Your Honor.
That man knows how to marth. That man's gonna morph Mondo. Matt, why don't you, we haven't checked in. Why don't you show us what you're doing?
Cool, man.
You doing some scales?
I'm popping in some scalies. What am I doing? Yeah, okay. I did the old it's the updated swords and heads on pikes and stuff like that here. There we go.
Oh, what happened?
What? Can you
Nothing.
see me?
Yeah. I can hear you. I can see you. I can smell you.
You can smell me.
I can smell you.
Yeah. So I populated this guy. got all them little sorties in there.
You got them sorted out.
Oh,
Come on.
got them sorted out.
Everybody just left.
That's okay. At least we are having fun. And yeah, I mean, I'm really trying to finish up these wings. I hit the bones a little bit, made them a little pointier, added just a tiny bit of texture on the ends here. Let's get these turned up. There you go. And then just really sewing up these wings. Still gotta connect this cloth somehow. I messed around with a couple of things, but I'll have to do a sketch over it to figure out what I like, honestly. And that is what's up.
That's what's up. That man is Mortmano.
Probably gonna. I might do a quick paint job here at the end. A new paint job. Block something in.
What, are you talking like techies?
No, I mean just the poly paint. I might change it up a little bit just to get a more graphic read.
Mm.
We will be doing techies though.
There will be techies.
There will be techies. Yep, I have to texture this thing, get it into Unreal, print it. Telling you, man, it's got to be done.
See, I don't have that patience. I have the patience for 3D printing. Like I can, because I know that I'm going to get a toy out of the end of it. You know?
I'm going to get a toy.
I'm going to get a toy.
It's true.
Gonna get a little toy.
Dude, I'm going to print this thing so big. Yeah, I was thinking
about
about
printer.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't used that printer in a while, but you had a big printer.
Oh, see, I like how you threw that in there.
You haven't used it in a while.
You haven't really used it in a while, but you know,
you haven't used it in a while.
We're a pretty cool printer.
You got a cool printer. You bought a giant printer.
I did, man. And
I don't have a giant printer.
I have so many prints downstairs. It's awesome, dude. I've got like a little army.
That's the dream, dude. That is the
It's the way forward.
Where's my Cenobite? What happened to my Cenobite?
Dude. Yeah, he's looking scaly, boys. A little bit of the bone popping through right there. That'll be nice.
My God, it's quiet.
It's a quiet time. Yeah, Barbarian and Smile, dude. You got to see those. I'm telling you.
I know. I got to see those. Well, now that I have some free time.
Yeah, I wish you would go see him.
I want to go see him.
I wish.
Okay, now if I had to see one first,
you'd watch Barbarian.
Which one would I
first.
see?
Yeah.
Which one would I see?
You'd watch Barbarian first.
Watch Barbarian first.
Yeah.
Is this a movie that I can take my wife to? She's very squeamish.
Squeamish?
Very squeamish.
Should be all right, yeah.
Like, let's just say she couldn't make it through like the first 15 minutes of Hereditary.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's, that's fine.
It's fine. Take her with you.
You know me, dude.
She's going to divorce you afterwards, but take her with you.
That's okay, though.
It's okay.
Love isn't even real.
How can love be real if
With
we're
a
not
face
real?
like this.
All right, let me. I want to get my Cenobite in there.
Venusite. He's got a case of venusitis.
Be what? Be what?
Venusitis. Venusitis.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire.
Your Fred Mayer.
Your desire.
Your
Sorry, guys. I want to
Mayer.
watch more, but my 15-minute break is over. I'm sorry. Sorry, you got to go. We love you.
I hope you have a wonderful rest of your shift, fellow human.
Human persons.
Human chewing gum. That's the cone heads, man. I've seen it maybe like 1,000 times, and it's one of my favorite parts.
It's so fun. All right, let's see. Human chewing gum. Maps.
Maps. You must.
Maps.
Maps.
So good.
Come on, baby, flippity bloop, my bloop. Yeah, just drop those scales in there, dude. Looking just like you're ready to kill something. You want to tear its skin off, tear the soul apart.
You are gonna flame-o, my son. You are cool. This is easily going to get to be a very big file.
Yeah, my file is about 758 million terabytes right now. Can't even bring it into Keyshot. It's like, nah, man.
Really?
on the GPU, yeah, like right whenever it loads in, it's like, oh shit! We did it!
No!
Not again! You gotta get that new computer.
Stop this!
All right, I'm gonna save. Be sure and save your file.
Save your file.
Yum.
Yum.
Red Robin. Yum.
Trying to quad mode activate.
Quad mode activate.
Quad mode activate. I'm trying to get my girl in there. And it is immediately bringing down the speed of everything.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to.
She's gonna look like that big.
Yeah, bring her in. I gotta let the dog out. Hit the bathroom right quick. I'll be back in a minute.
You're gonna let the dog out. All right, well. Hi everybody, it's me, Jared. Come hang out. When you're doing concept sculpts, is there a limit to how much detail you can put into them, or sky the limit? I think for concept sculpts, it depends. Because you might need to do a turntable. But really, I mean, you do as much as you can in the time limit you have. It's the question is not like how much can you fit in there. It's like how much time do you have so you can fit that much time in there. Great question though. Yeah, it's like I would love to detail on something forever, but it's at some point the client is gonna like want to see it and they're gonna run out of money. I think I'm just gonna have to like decimate this. This is the only way I can like manage how heavy the scene is gonna get. I can hear my machine chugging. It does not like this. Turn off base guy. And the other thing I'm going to start doing is kind of combining, bringing stuff together. So I'm now thinking about materials. So metal for metal, like keeping all my chains together. I start kind of merging everything down and renaming everything: metal, skin, blades, etc. So keeping your file names clean, everything, kind of nice and readable, especially for when you go into Keyshot, you want to be able to kind of look at everything at a glance, kind of know where everything is. So let's get the rename, and you get a rename. What's this? Ears. So this is tongue. Ears. Keep the swords separate from now. These guys out. I remember you guys. I don't like you anymore. So getting rid of some old swords, and I'll pop some new swords back in there when they're ready. You got to go through it. You got to clean it up. Make everything look nice. I do like this kind of tail wing thing. So I will try and find a way to keep this. Pretty gnarly. I like making gnarly things. I like making things that are scary. It's where we have a lot of fun. So metal for metal, starting to merge pieces together. This is kind of how I start prepping things for Keyshot. Just start naming everything proper. All this stuff. More tail swords. So when your subtool deck gets this like filled up, this is when you know you need to start kind of chunking it down. And then this happens. Suddenly merge the wrong thing. What do we got here? Eyes. Okay. Hello. Hello, Matt.
Oh,
Oh, it's Matt. It's Matt. Everybody.
you popping your Cenobite in there?
I did. I bopped. I popped and I bopped.
And bop popper.
And now I'm kind of chunking everything down and trying to manage my subtool stack.
Oh man.
But I've got her in there. I've got her like yay high.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So she needs I don't know, she needs a spot to sit on.
Everybody needs a spot to sit on.
Everyone needs, I don't know where I would exactly like put her.
Yeah, like maybe the reins are coming from the flayed man and she's controlling the reins through the suffering of the flayed man.
That's pretty cool. But where is she sitting?
I don't know, is she like on top of the head? Yeah, I guess you're right. Like it'd be hard to see her with how it's set up right now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've got her down here. Let me, I'm gonna have to like move her up. I think her alone, she's like 30 million or something.
Ooh.
17. Not like that bad, but it is getting heavy.
Yeah, I mean, considering your dragon.
Yeah. On top of that. Like if I had her like right here in front of him.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool.
My other thought is the dragon could also be holding her up with his paws.
Okay.
Like presenting, like holding her up, presenting her, something like that.
This is my mama.
Because I don't think she would just like ride around on this thing's head.
You don't think so?
I mean, maybe. She could also be standing on the flayed man.
She's chilling on top of the flayed man.
I stand on you. I don't care.
I stand on you.
I realize she needs to be at least as tall as flayed man. So that's our scale. Yeah. Maybe a little. Watch as I dial the scale up over and over.
He's dialing it in.
That's about right.
It's finally happening. He's dialing it in.
He's dialing.
Your Honor, he dialed it in.
He's about to dial.
And here's the dial.
And here's the dial to set up the dial. He did it. He dialed. Maybe a little
maybe a little hib jibby there. Then with little
it's just hard to place her somewhere. Unless I like give her like a I don't know.
Yeah, I mean with the flayed man there.
It kind of kills the spot like she would hang out.
Right. So maybe she's like, behind the flayed man, got his hand on her, or got her hand on him or something.
It's like creeping up behind him.
Yeah, like, distributing the pain.
You'd be like standing there, just like next to like, here's my flayed man. See?
Check it out. It's the new flayed man. What do you think?
This is my homework.
This is what I like to do in my free time.
This is what I like to, play.
Dude, the Hellraiser episode of Rick and Morty is like pinnacle entertainment, dude.
I am not caught up on any of it.
From last season?
I don't think I'm even caught up on that.
Dude, you have got to watch it. You've got to watch the Hellraiser episodes. Absolutely hilarious.
Well, I've got something I need to do.
I've got homework.
I've got a man, a can, and a plan.
A man, a can, and a plan.
The
Indeed.
guy's made of two kinds of cans.
What?
I don't know.
I like it.
know. I don't know, man.
I like it.
I'm just here living. Oh,
Be out here living.
I'm just out here living. I'm just out here living my best life. Let's see.
All right.
Leather arms.
I'll settle for a ham.
I'm you
So-
and your ham.
I've been doing scales for, I don't know, 6 hours today, probably.
All day scale day, huh?
Yeah, it's been fun, though.
It can be relaxing, but also like draw it out, undo, draw it out, undo, draw it out, undo.
Yeah, you also, like, well, I mean, you get into like a zone. You're like, okay, this is the zone.
This is
This
my
is the-
zone.
This is the zone I'm in.
Oh, another question.
We
About
got
how much time is typically given for a concept sculpt in a studio, and around how many iterations do they usually go through?
Whew.
Good question.
Yeah, good question.
Client will always tell you 2 weeks. They'll always say, we've got 2 weeks on this. You will blow past those 2 weeks because the client has to go back and then present their design, the designs to their bosses and to marketing people. And they're going to have notes and producers are going to have notes. So they always tell you 2 weeks, and it always usually shoots right past that.
Mm-hmm.
Every client I've worked with, at least in the past 5 years, they say, we got 2 weeks. And then we usually go beyond that. How much beyond that depends on how much there is to do, how meticulous that they are with their notes, things like that. On the Baby Gorn for Star Trek, I did like 40 versions.
Ooh.
But they were smaller, so easier to execute, right? Easier to execute that design, and go through their various kind of iterations. So, that was a process. Most of the time, you're not going to go through like 40 versions of something, but it has happened. Like a Lost in Space robot. That also went through a lot of iterations as well.
Yeah, a lot of iterations and a lot of hands too.
A lot of hands too. Yeah, I mean, like, and it was collaborative. I did something, they liked the look, but then also Kyle Brown did something, and they're like, okay, now combine the two, and Kyle ended up taking it over. So yeah, I mean, so iterations, it's going to change a lot of hands. Dr. Fate, for example, in the new Black Adam, several of us worked on that. I mean, I got it from another artist, I pass it on to another artist. That's just how that is going to go. So can be a lot, can be a little. Every situation, I think, is a little different. Every client is a little different. Did you work with Mari? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Not like I'm not sitting next to him, but like I would get his work, and we'd modify and go back and forth. So yeah, he's awesome. Mauricio. You know Mauricio Ruiz, Matt? His work is awesome.
I don't know. Maybe.
Mauricio Ruiz art. Dude, now he's doing a lot of his designs fully in ZBrush Keyshot now, so very little paint over. But he did the Pale Lady.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For
Scary Stories.
Yeah, Scary Stories. So he's fully doing everything in like ZBrush maquette, ZBrush Keyshot stuff.
Yeah.
He's
Man,
also pushing.
great.
Dude is just awesome. He's so good. But he did a lot of work on King of Monsters, and he designed the new Rodan.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, he does everything ZBrush Keyshot. I think he's now doing a little bit more of I want to say marmoset, but I don't know that for sure. Marmals, but there you go. Yeah, he does a lot of Sweet Home. That's cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's dope. It's really fun. So, digital maquettes. Very much what Matt and I do. And oh, look at that. He's got his stuff up.
Yo, that's great.
I should probably post this. I should probably post what I did. Anyway,
I'd say so, yeah.
But yeah, I was getting a lot of back and forth between his designs and mine. So you can see that like I did like up to 40, and then he did a bunch too. So I mean, it's a lot. But yeah, man, he's and he did some Malignant stuff. Rad.
Ooh.
Brutal.
Brutacular.
Brutal. Yeah. Yeah, he's awesome. Everybody is very good.
We're all humans.
Yeah. Every situation's a little different. A lot of times I'll find that if with a new client, I'm explaining the process all over again.
Yeah. That happens
so you have to be ready to communicate the process and talk about it with people, because every situation is different, just different enough. What happened there? There you go. And here's the part where we zone out.
I'm just doing a quick little cavity mask and some blue paint here. Yeah, that's nice.
Horns.
Whew, look at all them scalies.
Got a lot of scales, man. They look great, dude.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah. Are you doing that? Are you dragging on with RGB too?
Yeah, I did. But now it's all getting painted over.
Can working with no artist clients be difficult as having to do a lot of iterations?
Yes.
I think what just makes it difficult is if they don't know what they want. And they a red flag for me is always when they say we'll know it when we see it.
Yeah.
But even then, like, that doesn't bother me so much. Non-artist is working with a non-artist as difficult as having to do a lot of iterations. I don't know. So every situation is different. Like, I've worked with non-artists and they appreciate the work and they understand that it's like, it's a process and it's difficult and all that stuff. I think, yeah, a red flag is always like, we'll know it when we see it. And it's not really even a red flag. It's just like, okay, we're going to go through the process. You just have to explain to them that, like, okay, because they might get frustrated at some point. They're like, well, just not what I want. Yeah. And we're like, okay, well, we'll find it. We'll get there. You know, it's exploration for a reason. So you have to communicate kind of on that level. I think what makes it really difficult is when you have a client who has a blatant disregard for the process, or they either disregard the process or think that it's just at the push of a button. So Matt and we had a client come in, and
I already know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you remember this. And the client was like, oh, is this ZBrush I've been hearing so much about? So my kid can learn this, right, in a weekend.
My kid's 8 years old. He could probably do this. It's like, what, dude?
And the kind of like, I don't want to say like the chutzpah, but I'll pull out some Yiddish there, but
yeah, it's with the Yiddish,
but like it was just kind of like the disrespect, and that was kind of like that made it difficult, because you're like, you know, you're working really hard, and you're a craftsman. You know, we believe in the craft and we believe in the artistry, and this guy just kind of comes in and just, you know, craps all over it, and you're just kind of like, all right.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, get your.
You know, I don't look at what you do and crap all over it. You know, but he's also paying money.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a difference there. You know, he's a paying client. He's the wallet. You know, we are the wrists. You're the wrist, the brain, or the wallet. You know, and if you're the wrist, we have to execute somebody else's ideas, whether they agree with you or not. So that's the only thing that makes it difficult, is that if they don't care. But most of the time, dude, people are awesome. People are great, and they're especially, this is why you work up clients that you like working with and like working with you, and you just build relationships over time. A good chunk of the job, in addition to the artistry skill set, is just the relationships and being a people person. You have to work with people, you have to communicate with people, and, you know, understand that people got their own stresses and other shit they're dealing with too.
Them boys be stressing.
I mean, it's a stressful job at times. It can be very stressful. At other times, it can be relaxing, or you know, they'll tickle you. Yeah, it is a people job, and most jobs are people related. So you have to, you know, be willing to communicate with other people, and that means communicating your skill set. It means communicating what, you know. They'll often be like, so how long do you think this is going to take?
Yeah.
And a lot of times you have to go like, well, that depends on you. Like we could do this faster, or we could go the slow way. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, 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 bark. Oh, those dogs love to bark. The best is when I'm in a completely relaxed flow state.
Oh my
and then
God,
they
dude.
just start freaking out for no reason, and like my heart,
shit out of you. Yeah,
it scares the shit out of me, and my
yeah.
heart kind of leaps up into my throat.
That's always be happening.
That happens at least a couple times a day.
Oh yeah,
I'll be relaxed and working, and all of a sudden just no sir.
It's like, you think the closer you get to finishing, the closer you're like to, man, I am not done.
Yeah, I mean, every time you think you're like, well, I'm getting close somewhere, and you're like, oh wait, nope.
Yeah, but next week's the final one there, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap. We have to. We have
like
to wrap
it.
this up.
I like it. I like that idea.
It feels good.
That's great. Yeah. I'll work on this a little bit next week or this week, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I don't have the level of detail that you got in yours.
Well,
I mean, you got all the scales in there.
I got those scales, man. I was stoked on the scales.
Going to Son of Monsterpalooza. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to make it to Sun, but I am going to be at Lightbox on Saturday. I will be there at Lightbox. I will be doing a demo and a interview with Gnomon.
Oh, cool, man. That's what's
yeah. It'll be fun with our friend Adam Hartel.
Oh, Hartel.
He'll be asking questions, and I will be wearing different kinds of wigs. Every time he asks me a different question, I'm going to put on a different wig.
Yeah.
And I'm going to answer as a different character that I've made up, a different concept artist that I've made up each time.
I like that.
Like Flibby Gibbons.
Oh, Flib Gibbons.
Flib Gibbons. Dib Pibbins.
Dib Pibbins. Love that.
Still love Dib Pibbins. Mort Mondo. Gotta do Mort Mondo. Gotta go full Mort Mondo.
Gotta go full.
Full out Mort Mondo. Lightbox. And then I'll be doing a demo from 2 to 4 on that Saturday at the Gnomon kind of booth area. So come on by, say hello, throw tomatoes.
Get those tomatoes out.
Get them tomatoes.
Maters.
But I love Lightbox, and it's a really great experience. I also love all the Monsterpaloozas, of course, but I don't get to go as you're doing a little flat shady.
I'm just trying to see.
Slim shady.
Slim Pickens.
Slim Pickens. Tim Bibbins.
Tim Squibbles.
Tim Squibbles.
All right. Squibbles. Boom. That is a lot of progress for today.
I'm glad someone felt like they make progress. I did.
Well, I mean, again, I started working on this like over 12 hours ago, so.
So you're full Dib Squibs.
I've gone Quib. I've gone Marmal.
I've gone Marmalade.
He's gone full Marmal.
I want to do flat shaded. That looks fun.
Oh. His name is Robert Paulson.
His name is Robert Paulson.
Yeah, dude. All those scales and stuff, they look great. It's awesome. Can't wait to put this on 850 UDIMs.
See, how do you have the patience for that?
I won't do. I'll do like 8 maximum. Dude, nice.
It's just so fun. I love doing the toon shade.
Yeah, I mean, we're digging it.
The man's a doctor. He's a doctor and a lawyer and a judge.
And a lawyer.
And a lawyer.
Don't forget, also a lawyer.
He's also a lawyer.
Jesus. Timothy, why can't you remember that he's a lawyer?
Why can't you be like your sister Maria?
For the love of God, son, get your hand out of your pants.
Cool. Thinking about picking up Pablo's sketch pack. This little
I
blue
think
pencil
about
sketch.
I think about picking up every single thing that guy does.
I want to buy all the things. I know he's so good at everything. Just picks it up and he's like, I'm going to be good at it.
Christopher Marmalade, attorney at law. There we go.
Man is made of marmalade. I still have so much left to do. Like to get this to like where I usually would feel good about it. It's still a long way.
Yeah, I think I'll spend one more day on it and I'll be done. I mean, you gotta call it at some point.
At some point, you have to call it. You have to move on. Yeah, ZBrush desperately needs UDIM support. Desperately. I love UV Master, actually. I really like it. And a lot of times I will do a lot of unwrapping in ZBrush first and then take it into Maya and spread out the UDIMs that way.
Yeah, that's my quick and dirty workflow for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a cheat for sure.
No, I mean it's not a cheat. It's just like end goal, right? Like, do you need it?
Yeah.
That's do you need it to be some ridiculous level, or like you just trying to bang it out? If you're trying to bang it out, dude, like that's how I get my stuff like real quick. It's like, dude, I'll just ZUV this, bring it into Maya, spend like 30 minutes fixing the UVs, and then call it.
That's what you got to do sometimes.
What would you do?
What would you do?
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Time. Thank you, buddy. We are just having a good time. Making marmalade.
Making marmalade with my sisters.
Making marmalade.
All right, so next week is it, boys.
That's it. We're gonna do our final wrap-up episode on this, and then we got spooky time stuff to do.
Oh man, it's gonna be great to break off of the Cino.
This was a very long project.
It's definitely a labor of love. I mean, I don't know. It's been a minute since I've worked on a personal project to this level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where I'm like, I'm gonna spend a lot of time on this.
But yeah, it is time for me, dude. So 12:10
you ready to Tim Town?
I'm ready to go to him.
Yeah, he's ready to go to him happies. Well, show me what you got. What you doing right now?
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got.
Yeah, dude, I'm just checking out the read on all these scales here. And man, I mean, it's looking pretty sweet.
It looks really cool, dude.
Thank you, man. I mean,
it started. I think it jumped up like such a cool level when I saw all the scales in there. Like it really.
Yeah, it takes it.
It just like upped everything, dude. It looks so cool.
Thank you, man.
I think. I think you nailed like the medieval feel to everything. Like
Awesome.
it feels dragony, it feels medieval, it feels like torturous. Yeah, man, I think you nailed the prompt. Like you nailed
Awesome.
it. It looks great.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Oh,
You went to Tippy Tap Town.
you know, it's all about tips. Just a few taps.
Little tip, just a little tap.
Thank you, brother. Your boy is tired.
He's very tired.
And especially now I got my sleep schedule back on track. So, dude, just waking up really early. I'm like drinking coffee at like 6 or 7 p.m. so I can chill for the sculpt. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to fall over, dude. You got your dude in Keyshot?
Yeah. Running him over in Keyshot. Let me zip zap. I'm just playing with the lighting a little bit.
Oh yeah, that blue backlight is sweet.
Once I get the materials in there and the separation, man, looking at your thing and looking at all the scales, I feel like I need to get scales in there.
Of some kind.
Yeah, I mean, it just would add that third layer along the
along the bones and the hands,
especially
maybe.
especially where I see it is kind of like along here in the fingers stuff.
Yeah.
I think we just need that level here. Maybe some of that stuff in here, but
yeah,
you know, but like everything else is like you're never gonna see half of it.
Dude, it looks so sick, dude. From the back, I love the patterning that you have on the back there. That is so sick. With all the chains and stuff. Hell
yeah.
That's dope.
So I mean, I'm as you can tell, I'm ready to let it go.
Oh man,
we've been ready to let it go, but
I'm right there with you.
You know, it's the marathon, baby. And then once I get the metal, I think getting the metal will help. Just material separation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you put the cage around his face?
I did.
Okay.
You don't like it?
I'm trying to see. Well, it's just white, like you were saying with the
it's like there's no all the metals in there right now.
That looks tight.
You think without the cage?
I think without the cage.
Damn it.
What do you think?
I like the cage.
It just takes away from the teeth and that black on the mask.
Yeah, you're right.
But if you put metal on the cage, it might read completely different. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
Or even just a black material, just to see the.
Oh, I've got metals.
The boy's got metals.
Darker metal.
Gold metals.
Oh, crashed it.
Oh, what was that?
I think it was a special metal that had a texture on it.
Loaded it. It's special, dude.
Let me get back and gotta have some metals in there. I love playing with shaders. Okay. Yeah, you might be right, dude. I'll take it off. You know, sometimes.
Well, I mean,
simplifying.
Yeah.
You know, I want to keep the blades coming out the face, but
yeah, it's the face is so sick that I think you're covering it up a little too much with that one little part.
See, and this is why it's good to get opinions from other artists, because you can back and forth and doubt yourself all day. I just want to go to painted metal.
Man, this sculpt is nice and tight, dude.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway,
Dude, sick.
well,
Whew.
join us next week as we hopefully wrap this thing up.
Oh, we're wrapping it.
And we're going to move on to some other cooler, faster, hopefully, sculpts that we can do where we actually feel like we're getting stuff out and not spending 10 episodes on a creature.
It's been fun, though.
No, it's a good time, and I learned a lot, and I cried a lot. Anyway, y'all, thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you to Lenovo. If you want to reach out to us, I am Monster Mash at Twitter, Jared Krichevsky at Instagram, Mad Millard's at Itchy Tasty _ that remember that underscore.
Got to get the underscore.
And then Mad Millard 3D. Thank you guys. Thank you to Lenovo again. Thank you to Gnomon School of Visual Effects, celebrating 25 years of educating students in the ways of the CG.
Doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work. So thank you guys. We'll see you next week on Creature Corner.
Later.